Alright. We got that. Let's start spinning for the next one, shall we? Let's see what the state of the team is in, though. I'm guaranteed one loner. You're niggled, so you're fired. That happened the game before last, so I will be getting 2 journeymen this match. But it is what it is. This person's a vanity pass from getting blodge. Vanity pass from getting wrestle. Overall, this team isn't too horrible. I'll be getting 120, so I'm about... Yeah, the team could use some work, but... It's not in a horrible state. It's playable. It's just... my dudes aren't leveling very fast. Which is annoying for elves. Because you need dodge ASAP on elves. I probably let him have too many hits as well, but we'll see what happens there. Next match. Okay. Almost 5 minutes till the next match. Unless this one fires, but I don't know about that. What's my goblin team up to? Next match I'll create a team and throw it in a champ ladder. I'm thinking goblins. I'm actually fairly decent at stunty teams. And I actually consider myself something of a halfling coach. This one, pretty bog standard, nothing too unusual. Some sidestep, 2 guard trolls, and 4 rerolls. This is basically where you want your goblins to be. I might slap an apothecary on here to try to keep a player in. Okay, Khemri versus Vampire. Champ ladder. Okay, let's see what happens. Opposing team. An armor bust Tomb Guardian. A movement bust Skeleton. 1 Mighty Blow Tomb Guardian and a Mighty Blow Blitzerat. Nothing too unusual. Okay, my team. 2 dodge vampires, and one of the vampires has leader. As long as I can get rid of his Mighty Blow Blitzraw, I think I can win this. Khemri are slow and they're clumsy. And my vampires can just turn off his dudes if their Hypnogaze works. However, from what I played this team the last couple times is their Hypnogaze rarely works. Even though it's supposed to be a 3+ roll, but we'll see. The kicker with vampires, as it is always with vampires, is bloodlust. If I just keep rolling ones, I'm going to eat my own team. I should have flipped those two, but oh well, it doesn't matter. Blitz. That's very good for me. I think he has only the one throw. So if I remove this, his team is going to be really hurting because it's a 4-up pickup with anyone other than the Tomb Guardians. And this is the only piece with a free reroll. So removing him is going to be essential. The downside is his entire team has regenerate. So there's that. Mighty Blow did something. He's fired. And that's why I need to stay away from the Mighty Blow players. There's not much I can do on the opening blocks. That's a 3-die. Here, he's got a 3. Oh, okay. He's not going to block with the Blitzraw. And shove him here, most likely. That's going to use up all of his movement unless he wants to go for it. He's got the ball. Okay. Very good. No, I can't have you follow, because then you'd be tying up 3. Looks like I'll have to risk the bloodlust here. Didn't go, which works. Very nice. Tomb Guardians are the muscle of the Khemri team, as their strength 5. Okay, that turn went way better than expected. Heat, so might be a thing. Because there's a 1 in 6 chance that every player on the pitch will just not come in next drive. He's got a 1 die here with the Blitz Raw. And that is the Blodge Vamp, so... Well, not Blodge, but Dodge Vamp, so that's probably the safest I can make the ball right now. But I think I have to score relatively fast here. Could block down here, try to hurt the Skelly. Interesting, he's not going for the 1 die. Okay, there he is, just not with the piece I was expecting him to. One, two, three, 4, 5. These vampires are now out of position, though, which is annoying. One, two, three, 4, 5. So I'll move you here. I couldn't score because the bite takes priority over scoring. How much movement do you have? You can make it with 2 GFIs, so you kind of have to stay there. I'll Hypno Gaze here. Failed. That's fine though. Let's see. Nope, no blood lost. So where do I move from here? Are you the Mighty Blow? No, you are not the Mighty Blow. I'll Hypnogaze you and try to run the Thrall back. I need food. Nope. He has no guards. That's still a 1 die. There's his reroll. He's got a 4-up dodge for a 2-up blitz. Well, he doesn't need it now. 2, 3, 4. And he has 2 go for it's for a 2 die with this guy. Okay, he's safe. Going for that vampire. Interesting. He's gonna go for it here. He does. I'll blitz here. Oh, I lose my leader reroll. That's fine. That's a foul. I have to blitz from this side. Got him. nothing. It's not worth standing up that thrall. He can get a 2-die blitz on any of these ones, but he's not blitzing there. He's best off blitzing here to try to remove that thrall. But he's going to go big for the vampire by the looks of things. Very risky play. Holy shit, that's risky. 1-die block here to free that. Hell, I don't even... to knock that area loose. Or I could just blitz in and for a 2-die with the thrall. And risk bloodlust on the vampire. No mighty blow on you. I've already used my reroll, so I can't afford to move that vampire. I will follow there. This way that other one is... Okay, that's a badly hurt, because that's the worst you can do on a bite. He's having a frustrating game. It's not easy to remove Tomb Guardians, and I've removed 2. There's his reroll gone. And the thing with knockouts is you don't want to see knockouts as any sort of undead because you can't regenerate these. While you do have more opportunities to recover from it than an injury, these are annoying to deal with, I'll just put it that way. Because at least with a regen, you know it's coming back next turn. With this one, you have no idea. You can't plan around that. Or at least it's very difficult to. Okay, that's unfortunate for me. And is he going to try to... Yeah, he is. Nah, he can stay down. And you can take the punch. You can get a 2-die uphill blitz on him, but that's most likely going to be a push, and I don't mind that. I could have moved down here, but that would have moved away from the Thrall, and the Thrall would have been the target for a 1-die blitz. And that wasn't worth it. Because I need this Thrall here as an emergency food source. Pass the Bloodlust. Stay. Did he regen? Yes, he did. He has to shove me here. Unless that happens. That is, like, really bad for him. That's the scarier piece for me. He's probably just going to pass turn here. Because there's nothing he can do. It's not worth standing these guys up just to get the block down. Okay, that was kind of, might have been worth it. I'll reroll that. It's the last turn of the half, and no point risking an injury if I don't have to. My knockouts don't come back. Okay, one of his Tomb Guardians came back. Well, that was statistically average, though. Anyone lost due to heat? He lost a skeleton, so he's down 3 to my 4. My leader did not come back, so I'm technically down a reroll this turn. You can do a Vanity Pass. Yeah, his throw raw's still out, which is very, very good for me. Unfortunately, his Mighty Blow Tomb Guardian came back, so if this comes down to an attrition battle, I'm in real trouble. Ooh, that ain't good for him. At least it was just a stun. If it was anything worse than that, that might be rage quit. I'll do a Vanity Pass from here. Ball's pretty much secure. He has no one who can run around and hit this hole. These two are stunned. He's got a choice. Does he blitz the vampire and try to stop the fast TD? Or does he try to blitz the thrall and try to deny me food? I'm actually okay scoring with either of these. If I score fast, Khemri's going to have a... Even if his throw rod does come back, he's going to have a very, very hard time recovering. Because Khemri are just too slow and clumsy to score twice in 1/2, typically. I would need to implode relatively hard for that to happen. Which, admittedly, is a possibility. Vampires are prone to imploding. Now, where is he going to blitz? Oh, he's already blitzed here. Okay. That's an interesting take. Okay. That's what I was worried about, but I can live with that. Now I'm just a 2+ roll away from scoring. I'll delay because there's no point in doing that without a reroll. He's got a 2-die block on the vampire, and he's got a 2-die block here on this thrall. But he has to use the skeleton. You can manage a 2-die here if he's willing to blitz. He just may be. Now, as long as I don't snake eye it, I can score next turn. I might just block here, because I can. I don't care if I bloodlust this one, because I have this thrall here I can bite. And they're back. So I effectively regained that. And what's more, as he was in the dugout, I can't lose him to heat. Did I lose anyone to heat? No. Did he? No. I'm down by 3, but that's not unusual for vampires. And they're only good. Yeah, that dodge will help protect him. I'm about to run out of food, that's why I'd put a vampire on the line. I was tempted to put more up there, but... touchback. That's good for him. But it's not going to amount to much. Unless he massacres my team and scores fast, I don't think he's going to be able to pull off a tie here, because that's the best he can hope for in 6 turns. Because while in theory any team can score in 2, he's going to have a very hard time scoring in 2 turns as Khemri. Heck, he'll have a tricky time scoring in 3 turns. Ouch, that's got to be like 6 times. Skip. It's just a knockout. And he's safe. I don't care if they score because I've secured the win at this point. Alright. What do I do from here? What do I do from here? Yeah, why not? He's probably gonna move over here. He's gonna blitz that vampire, because that's his biggest threat to his ball handler. There's his reroll. Here's the blitz. No, he's throwing. Okay, well, it was a 4-up, 4-up. I've done crazier. And he got him. He's in scoring range. Can I do anything to base him? Kind of. Yeah, Hypno Gaze here. Blitz him down. Skip. And this is what I was talking about, your team imploding. Holy shit, I didn't expect that to work. This forces the blitz with the Tomb Guardian, which is 2 go-for-its. Okay, there's his reroll. That's a go-for-it for him now to score. Does he roll another 1? He lost... Okay. I didn't lose anyone to heat. So he's up by 1. What's he gonna do now? I have 2 rerolls, 3 turns. And I have all 4 of my vampires. be a reroll. And he needs to tie up the throw raw. Badly hurt. I don't care about that. I could have just apothecaried it so I'd have an extra guy on the line after I score. But at this point, I kept my reroll because I need the reroll to score. The only question is, will my guys on the line survive the next turn? That's okay, I can live with a knockout. The only permanent damage I've taken so far is a strength-busted thrall, and I can live with that. Heat's probably what screwed him more than anything I did. His Mighty Blow Blitzra is out. No, looks like I have to sacrifice the thralls. I'm not risking a permanent injury, regen failed, and a dead apothecary on a vampire. Yes, I know the odds of that happening are slim, but, well, the odds of most things I pull off in this game are slim. Now, he could get a riot, but even if he scores in 2 turns, I win. I'm up by 2. He needs at least 3 turns to beat me. And it's not possible with Khemri. Especially Khemri without Frenzy. Because you would need to score in 1 turn, well, get a riot, score in 1 turn, steal the ball from me in another turn, score again, and then hope and yeah, it's for a blitz. He somehow gets the back here. It's not bloody likely. Although I will admit this has probably been a very frustrating game for him. His injuries, this is what you want to see when you're up against vampires, a lot of injured thralls, because that means less food, but my bloodlusts have been firing mostly when I want them to, and I've just been able to just utilize my agility 4 to maximum effect. I think he's either AFK or something. Maybe he forgot that it was he had a turn. Oh well. Good thing with Champ Ladder is it's 2-minute turns, so he's either AFK or he's doing a frustration bit. The bad block dice did contribute to a lot because he suffered a lot of fast turnovers there. But if he had more block, he probably would have won. And my vampires had a really rough game that game, so when it came to the injuries, Bloodlust wasn't too much of a factor, but I was forced to use my vampires independently a lot more than I probably should have. And that's always a risk. Anyone see the new Zelda trailer today? They're doing a new Hyrule Warriors game, but they're setting it up as a prequel for Breath of the Wild during the 100 Years' War that ultimately Zelda and Link are doomed to lose, so they can set up the events for Breath of the Wild. Should be an interesting take. I might pick it up. I've never actually played any Dynasty Warriors style game, so even though the formula has been remained static for 30 years from what I've heard, it's going to be a good setup. And at least new to me, so it's not going to be too stale. Anyway, that's my win. Ooh, max winnings with fame. That's a new vampire. And a thrall. Okay, that's just a normal one. His movement bust stole the MVP, so that's really hair-pulling. 10, 16... Yeah, I did pretty good. We both got a decent amount. Let's see what the dice say. Armor, 60%. That's about right for my team. Injury, 75%. That's good. Casualty rolls. I don't know if this means I hurt him or he hurt me, but Bloodlust, a bit lower than average, but, well, that's very acceptable. Dodging worked 90% of the time, which is really good. A little bit above average. It should probably be around 80 to 75. Pickups are on point. Passing, anomalous, but not too bad. Because it's only at a 3, so it's a small sample size. Hypnogaze was shit, which isn't too surprising with how it's been with this team so far. Going for it's were on point. Catching, good. And wake up on after KO is pretty good. That's probably what helped me win the game there. Dice, lots of 5s and 4s and 5s. That's probably what helped me out a lot. But other than that, relatively even. Block dice, fairly even. More POWs than skulls, which is very good. Him, pretty even. But yeah, more or less even. He had kind of more skulls than anything, but it was almost equal to his POWs, so he just was rolling not that many dice. I'll need to check his number of blocks, but, and his D6s, quite a bit for Khemri, but fairly even. 23 isn't too different than 19, but when you're Khemri, you want to see 4s or higher. And armor, 69%, so he had held up fairly decently. That's about statistically average for armor 7. Injuries, 64%, that's a bit shit. Going for it's a little low, but not too horrible. Pickups are on point. Wake up after KOs, above average. Passing is good. Catching average for Khemri, and 1 regen. So, yeah. It just came down to me getting a few key turnovers, and me abusing the hell out of my agility. Okay, let's put a cut here for YouTube, and I'll get started on my next game.